formidable robot.
In the early 2000s of the Japanese site, 2chan, users have been discussing a rather strange episode of Doraemon 1979 that they had seen back in their childhoods, but said episode only broadcasted once and never again. This supposed episode is called Taranto, translated as talent. The earliest known archive of the discussion took place in March 2005, can be found here in the Where Did Talent First Appeared section. According to users, the episode is rumored to be broadcasted on a Friday, July 20, 1984, 7 p.m. Japan Standard Time. It was said that the episodes, Nobita's Fairy Tale Trip and I Got a Spare Fourth Dimensional Pocket, were scheduled to air on the time slot, however what they were greeted by instead is an ominously strange episode. The episode itself is described to be poorly drawn, like the characters would squish and squash, and that the characters' faces were looking uncannily off from how they were usually designed or drawn. The episode also had poor voice acting, and users have pointed out that they don't sound like the original voice actors at the time. It is highly regarded that despite the episode not having anything overtly scary or frightening, due to its odd visuals, dark themes and confusing plotline, it has traumatized a generation of Japanese youths who grew up watching it during that time. After the title card, showing the name Talent, the episode begins with Doraemon and Nobita standing outside of their school grounds on a rainy day with umbrellas to shelter them both. Nobita, in a bored state, asked Doraemon if they could go to the underground's shopping strip. Quote from Nobita, "I want to go to the shopping strip of the underground." Doraemon then pulled a device from his pocket that resembled one of his iconic items, the pass loop, though Doraemon didn't say anything about the item like how the other episodes would go. He placed it on the ground and it expanded to form a dark hole. Excited with an adventure to behold, Doraemon and Nobita jumped into the hole, which is then followed by the sound of them landing on the floor below. After getting up to check their surroundings, they found themselves in a small room covered in brick walls. Confused, they walked around in the room for a bit, when a girl with a beret appeared out of nowhere. The girl is described to be not so cute looking, and the colors on her seem to be washed off. Without explanation, the girl hands Nobita an envelope, an ink bottle and a pencil. The girl then runs away and phased through a nearby wall. Seeing as their only way out, Doraemon and Nobita followed the girl's steps and phased through the same wall. Getting to the other side, the girl is nowhere to be seen. Instead there was a police officer and a young boy who wears a school uniform colored with yellow and white stripes. The boy is seen in the corner, sitting and sobbing, while the police officer stands in front of a hallway with floorboards that are lined like xylophone keys. The police noticed Doraemon and Nobita, and then exclaimed, "Are you guys filming here? You should film this way." The police officer led Doraemon and Nobita through the hallway until they entered a small dark room with a miniature globe in the middle. The police officer leaves them be as Doraemon and Nobita stared at the globe, noticing that it started to form a crack. The crack then grew larger until an ominous dark liquid started to leak out. Confused and scared, Doraemon and Nobita is seen shivering while hugging each other in fear. The episode ends abruptly from there. Users have come up with multiple theories as to how the episode is conceived and why do so many people remember it. Some have suggested that the episode might have been a false memory phenomenon, in which it probably come from remembering past episodes of the series. Some have also suggested that it could be misremembering modified tape recordings, bootlegs or MAD, that can be found in rental stores, which mashed up existing episodes. Though there is also a darker suggestion that stuck out from the rest. Some users have suggested that the name Talent might not be the true name of the episode, as they have pointed out about how distorted the episode looked, and that when viewing the name in a different way, with the context of the distortion, it looked like a butchered up spelling of Shin-Ei, which means death, or die. In 1996, there were some Japanese viewers who reported seeing an unannounced episode of Doraemon, specifically on a late Monday night of September 23. There were many witness accounts of the event, however, there were no public records or schedules that indicated the existence of this episode. While details of the episode can vary based on eyewitness accounts, the most general consensus of the details goes as follows. On the midnight of September 23, 1996, an episode of Doraemon would be broadcasted. Without the show's intro and the title card, it cuts straight to Nobita walking down some form of a street lot, be it either the usual neighborhood or a town. The scene itself looks to be around an evening or night setting, and the camera was shown from behind Nobita. Nobita walks the pathway in a slumped position for 10 minutes straight, until at the very end, Nobita faces the viewer and says, "I have to go," before the episode abruptly ends. While there are conflicting details on how Nobita said the line, the most agreed upon was the fact that Nobita's voice isn't of the actual voice actress who was playing him, but rather the creator and author of the original Doraemon manga series, Fujiko F. Fujio. The unsettling detail about this particular broadcast was that the author, Fujiko F. Fujio, Hiroshi Fujimoto, passed away on that day at the age of 62. It has been speculated that either the episode was pre-made for the broadcasting station to air, as a memorial program, also the most accepted theory, or it was some form of supernatural force that hijacked the station, with Nobita saying the line when Fujiko F. Fujio have just passed away. Please shut up about farewell star, like, geez.